Hello everyone and welcome back to this localization tutorial. In the first part we looked at how to localize text on the screen, and what we're going to do in this part is show how to use string tables to swap text in and out with its localized form. So let's jump in. So last time we were talking about localization, we mentioned the word string tables, and that is basically another asset where what you translate and the word gets sort of swapped in with the translation as it needs to. And you may have noticed this option on these text values on the right hand side of the text box. It's got a little flag icon, and you click on that and you get reference text, and this will point to a string table. And basically what that does is swap in the string based upon the key. And what we do then is we localize the key and its value. So let's make a string table and see how that works. So you want to put the string table inside the same folder that you're gathering text from as part of your dashboard. So my UI folder here, I'm going to miscellaneous and I'm going to add a string table. And we'll call it localization string table. And inside here, you add a key and a source string pairing. So the key, you want to make sure is different from your source string, really. You can do them the same, but it's best to make them different because you don't accidentally translate in the key. We don't want you to. So the key here, I'm going to do play button. And the source string here is just going to be play. The source string is the word that's going to appear in our dashboard as the word to translate. So once we've done that, hit the add button. And there you go. As you can see, you can also import from a CSV file or export to CSV file as you wish, but that's all we've got to do there. Then on my menu here, I'm going to go to the play button, hit the little flag icon, and on the string table, I can choose my localization string table. And in there, you can see I've got the play button key. So basically it's assigning the text value that's inside that string there. And I demonstrated something to you. I can change this one to be play game. And hit save. And you see it's updated the text here for us. Okay. So it's basically just fetching the text from here and inserting it into here instead of us typing it in. Now what that means is that we can then tell the localization dashboard to localize this string table instead. So if we go to the localization dashboard and hit gather text and save that. Wait for that to finish. There we go. Okay, and we can see Spanish here, we've got one missing word. We can edit the translation for that culture. And you can see the untranslated, we've got play in there. And we can put in the Spanish word by clicking on the space there. Once you've done that, hit the save button and close that. And we'll close that. And we might as well close this as well. We then want to click on the compile button for our Spanish. So click on compile and wait for that tick to come up. That's it. Click OK. And now you can click on count words to update our word count down here. And we should, if everything's gone right, see 6 out of 6. Done. Yep, there you go. Okay, and don't forget, you'll also need to make sure you are compiling the English culture as well. So you can click on compile and wait for that to finish. Otherwise, we won't know how to translate the word back to English. So you have to make sure that's in there too. So now we play again in standalone for testing. And bring that across. I click on Spanish, translate it all to Spanish, and then back to English. There you go. So there you go. String tables are really useful and a great way to localize large pieces of text all at once. Now, if you like this video and want to see more content from me, head over to patreon.com/Ryan Laley, where you can find all my videos early before anyone else. A massive thank you to all the patrons and YouTube members for their continued support in the channel. Make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.